Can you give us a brief primer, if you will, on what AkzoNobel do?
AkzoNobel is a global chemical and coatings company, and we are roughly 50,000 people around the world working in those fields.
And what sort of chemicals do you produce? What are they typically used for?
Generally, it's base chemicals and chemicals that is further used in other industries, you could say. But on the coating side, we have products going into decorative paints, but also into performance coatings applications for ships and all kinds of industrial coatings.
There's plenty of focus, I guess, on all heavy industries at the moment in terms of their sustainability and how much energy they consume. How hard is it for a large chemicals company to really change the way it operates and ensure that it sort of has a lighter environmental footprint?
We work in a number of different fields. In the end, we consume, as you say, quite a lot of energy, and there we work to try to green up or have more renewable energy into our portfolio. So we are active in wind projects, building windmills up in the Nordics, for example, to increase our share of renewable energy in those portfolios.
And in terms of companies' reputations and in terms of the way they like to project themselves, I noticed that you were top of the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. How important are these indexes that we see a lot published throughout the year, but how important is that for the company?
They are really high on the agenda. I mean, for all of the top managers, it's really a key part of their performance is measured on staying on top of this. So I would say each and every business unit we have in the company is working on a number of projects and things to keep on the top there in the measurement of being in Dow Jones Sustainability Index.
Do you think that are shareholders more interested too in how companies are operating and developing?
I think both shareholders and the general public around the world. I mean, we have stakeholders also in every community and every country where we operate, and there is an increasing interest for those questions, absolutely.
In terms of your director of energy and procurement, in terms of energy, what savings can be made in terms of efficiency and what other forms, what percentage of renewables do you suspect your company might be able to deploy in the future?
We are today roughly at 30%, 33% of our total energy consumption in the company as renewable energy around the globe, and we strive to get up to 45% of the usage of renewable energy. So it's a significant increase we strive to do.
And do you suspect in the chemical industry as a whole there are many savings to be made in terms of energy efficiency? It's what the IEA often call one of the silver bullets, at least.
Yeah, no, I mean energy efficiency is and will be a key driver also for both if you have a high energy consumption, but also the smaller users should always work on the efficiency side to improve that, and there are programs in place for that as well.
In terms of these negotiations, I'm sure you're not following every single thing that's said or every small part of the texts that come out, but how closely do you feel business is paying attention to this process, and how much does business really care about the outcome in a few years' time?
I would say business is generally interested, since I mean the consumers and the examples we have in our coatings business where we strive to have products that makes in the case of the wind turbines, etc., more effective and really driving the development in that part of the sector as well. So it is a high interest.
And in terms of your company moving forward, where do you see your renewable sector portfolio in a few years? You talked about the coatings, and clearly that's important, especially as countries are looking at offshore wind farms in quite hostile conditions, especially in the North Sea. Where do you see your company moving forward to?
I mean, that's where we can really contribute, because we have been working for many years in the offshore of oil, etc., and we have products and that really can withstand those harsh environments. So we are definitely on the edge there in the competition and can provide products that would help that industry as well.